How are
Hey,
you?
bro, I've been trying to get on this for like a year, bro. I've been trying to get on this for like a year. We here. We here. Oh,
Yeah, man. No, congrats. I'm so proud of you for making that transition over. You got out the military and had 3 offers ready, right?
four.
4.
Yeah.
So you had 4 offers. So tell me, like, what were you doing in the military before you started working with me or before you discovered me?
So I was a 7011, which is in the Marine Corps, which is Expeditionary Aircraft Systems Technician. And for the people that don't want to search it up, if you ever watch Top Gun and you see the people that shoot the jets off the aircraft carrier and catch them, that's my job for the Marine Corps.
Okay, okay. So you had like no technical experience before working with me, right?
Not at all.
You didn't have any technical experience. Did you have any certifications?
Nothing.
Nothing at all. Did you have your clearance though?
Yes, that's the only thing I
Okay.
did.
Yep. So you had your clearance, but you had no technical experience or anything like that, right?
Not
So
at all.
before you started working, you were working for the military or you were in the military and now you have ETS. So what did you find most valuable about the program? Because you ended up joining, did you join 100? Sorry, did you join the blueprint or did you just do the challenge?
Both.
Both. Okay. Which one did you do
Oh,
first?
I think I did the blueprint one first, and then around then, I think at the same time, I ended up making my first investment of 2023, which was to join to SLS Discord. And after that, the ball just kept rolling and rolling and rolling.
Okay, cool. So what did you think about the GovTech Career Blueprint program? What did you think about that?
Honestly, if you follow it verbatim, obviously personal life, you're gonna have little nooks and crannies there, but for the most part, if you follow it verbatim and you have an open mind and you're actually, you can't teach ambition. So
Yeah.
if you really want to sit here and get it, it's there for you. You just gotta go get it.
No, definitely. So you did the blueprint, and did you start applying to jobs before you decided to jump into the challenge?
So I didn't start applying to jobs until I got Security Plus officially.
Okay.
But the dilemma with this was that by the time I was looking in the Discord one day about the job postings,
Mhm.
and I was like, wait a minute, okay, I think I'm gonna start applying. I wasn't sure yet because I didn't know when I was gonna get out. They gave me, hey, you're getting out on December. It's November 18th. So I'm like, what do you mean? So, I mean, thank the Lord I passed Security Plus literally about 36 minutes prior before they found out. Well, before I find out. So then from there, I'm mass applying. I'm on Indeed. I'm on LinkedIn. I'm on clearance jobs, USA jobs. I try to go to literally every. I even try to find conventions or conferences that was going to be like something government tech, whether it was in San Diego, 2.5 hour drives to San Diego, 5 hour drive to Vegas, 2.5 hour drive to Phoenix or Scottsdale. I was grinding.
Yeah, no, but that's what you have to do, right? And that's what I tell people to do inside of the program. Like you have to use all of your options and all of your resources, right? So the more that you apply, the more that you network, the more you're going to get out of it. But there are so many opportunities. It's just that people, they don't take advantage of them and they don't know about them. So after you did the Security Plus, you started applying for jobs. But what made you want to join the challenge and what did you get out of the challenge?
So I'll never forget exactly what happened when I joined the challenge. So this was about a little bit in the end of 2022. A little bit in the end of 2022 when I first discovered the page. I was like, you know what? I don't know what I want to do. I'm gonna be getting out soon. Who knows what? But I'm gonna start thinking about it. And then I had one of my other boys. His name is call him Dave. He sat here and he actually referred me to your page when I originally found it. He referred me to your page and I looked at everything and I was like, you know what? I want to start taking the right steps to get into the right parts of my life.
Mm-hmm.
So then I sat down in my barracks room, in the middle of Yuma, Arizona, hot. I'm like, I can't do this no more. I can't do this no more. And then I sat in and I was like, I'm going to change my life. Whether I don't know when I'm going to be EASing. I can be ETSing in 20 minutes. I can be ETSing in 2 years. At the time, I was about 2 years out. And then you blink and then boom, now I'm out. And I'm so glad I took that step because who knows where would I've been.
Yeah, and that's what I try to explain to people. I'm like, I feel like the government doesn't, I mean, not the government, the military doesn't prepare you all enough for what you can do with whatever type of experience that you have, whatever clearances that you can get, and how you can literally take those things that you have, the experience that you have, and it translates so well into the government contracting space and the federal space too. So you started applying to those jobs, and how many interviews did you have to do once you started applying? After you did your resume, you got the Security Plus, how many interviews did you have to do? How many jobs you applied to?
So applied to, I think the only ones I can't tell you how many I applied to. I honestly couldn't tell you. But on Indeed, I applied on that app alone, from the easy apply all the way down to the one that take a very long time. That app alone was like 400 applications. Okay. But then you got clearance jobs, you got to factor this. I probably applied to well over 800.
Okay. So how many were you applying to per day? Were you trying to get the 10 a day?
It wasn't even 10. If it was 10, I don't count the easy applies, because the easy applies nothing but a click of a button. Right. So I honestly, some days, depending on work and everything, I'll just go until I literally just can't stare at the screen no more.
Yeah. That's how I am. When it's time to get a job, I don't play. Just apply. So you did all those applications, and how were the interviews, right? Because you said you ended up getting 4 different job offers. You had no tech experience whatsoever. You had the clearance, and then you got the Security Plus and just started preparing for interviews and applying.
So I think out of all of those, I probably ended up with, believe it or not, I think 8 or 9 interviews total. Out of all of those jobs, I only ended up with 8.
That's not bad, right? I tell people that 10% is what you should expect, right? A 10% interview rate, right? You're not going to get every job you apply to, right? So you applied to 700, 800 jobs. You said you got about 8 or 9 interviews. So that's typical. So that's really good. So how was that interview process?
So depending on the job, it varies as far as difficulty. I can tell you that one. And you can kind of see sometimes, asking whether it's the recruiters or the hiring manager itself, asking them questions, how you can kind of feel how the company is, and how enthusiastic they are kind of gives you also another play on, like, I don't know if he's not excited, he or she's not excited to even, talk to me. I wonder how possibly the company or the organization might be treating just the recruiter, So I factored all of those in, and that's what made me pursue after I got to the second round of interviews, that's when I kind of, started narrowing it down a lot.
Okay. So what were the different job offers that you ended up getting? So you got 4 different job offers. Can you break down what the job offers were, what the title was, if you can remember the location, and then also if you can remember the salary?
Okay. So it was one job offer in Connecticut. It was for, I think, 55K. I couldn't remember the position on that one. 2 of them were in Colorado. No. One of them were in Colorado. It was a help desk because the Space Force is starting to go out there, so a lot of contractors are starting to. Yep. It was for, I think, 45K. I couldn't take that one just for the fact that the COLA and being Colorado is. And then the one that I posted inside the Discord, $70,000.
Yep.
Your old stomping grounds.
But right?
Yeah, I was like, this is nice, but the COLA is just, I couldn't do it.
Yeah, and that one was still a help desk role, right? So that one was going to be help desk paying $70K. 70, yep.
Help desk. Mm-hmm. But then the last one was the one that I accepted that I'm in now, and it is a junior cybersecurity analyst role, and it is paying $55.
Okay, all right, I like to see it, right? So no experience, no tech experience at all. 0. You had your clearance because of the military. You got your Security Plus. You took all my advice. You applied everything. Got 4 different job offers, and you ended up going and getting an entry-level cybersecurity analyst role with absolutely no experience, paying $55K. So for this role that you got, is it remote or is it hybrid, or do you have to go in office? What's the situation?
The role is actually hybrid. I am on site Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, and I work from home on Tuesdays and Fridays.
Okay, so that's not bad. So you got a good work-life balance, right, for your first cybersecurity role?
Absolutely. They gave me a laptop. Hey, you got to do this to work from home to access what we need to access. And when I'm on site, I get on my computer and do what I got to do.
Yeah. No, that's perfect. That's perfect, man. That's perfect. And where is it located at? And did they pay for your relocation? How was that process?
So here's the crazy part, right? So boom, this is when I was getting out the military, right? I got out the military on December 7th. I drove from Arizona to Connecticut in a U-Haul box truck, and I drove straight to Connecticut. Took a while, about 32 hours of driving straight. I got that job offer for the one in where I am now. It's in Vicksburg, Mississippi. Not even 48 hours of me being in Connecticut. I drove here. I didn't have no apartment. I didn't have no nothing. All I had was my car packed up, nothing at all, no apartment. I just applied to maybe like 2-3 apartments, and I drove here because I realized that job offers are one thing, but I also got to look at the title. Because I remember I personally asked, I put it in the Discord, and I asked you, and you was like, this will be a role you would definitely want to take, considering cyber roles. A lot of misconceptions people don't understand is, it took me a while to really understand this until I'm here now, but cyber roles, especially like cybersecurity roles, aren't really that entry level. The fact that I got this, I had to hop on it like
I had to hop on it. Let me get this one. Yeah, no, I personally don't think it's a bad idea. I think, it's going to really set you up in your career. And then I know you've only been there for a couple weeks now, but they're going to train you up. They're going to show you the system, show you what you should be doing on the day-to-day. So how has it been so far since you've been working there? Are you liking
Honestly, it's a blessing. It is a blessing to say the least. Not only do I have probably some of the greatest coworkers that I personally have next to the military, but it's a big culture change from the military itself. Everybody's a lot nicer, not only to say that fact, but it's just the work atmosphere. It's a lot nicer, It's just, I can't even put it all into words because it's just great. I don't even know how to put it into words.
Yeah. Well, I'm super proud of you. I remember when you came up on my TikTok and you're like, I want to do this. I'm going to get out of the military and this is what I want to do. Right. So I'm proud of you for sticking to it, putting in the work, working hard, and just really following the process. Right. You stuck to it and it paid off. So would you suggest my program to other people? Would you suggest the blueprint to other people?
Crazy how you just said that. I just suggested your blueprint and your page to somebody else just now that was at the GNC that I was just at.
Oh, really?
Just now. I can't say his name, cool guy, but nevertheless, every single person that I come across, they be like, I want to get into tech, I want to get into this, because I'll see them at for example, I see him at a cart pusher at Kroger's, one of the cool guys talking to him. I'll see regular people that's either my age or a little bit younger. And I said, do you understand in 6 months, your life could change for good in 6 months.
Yep.
And that's pushing it too. That's really pushing it. If you have enough savings to move, because depending on what state you're in, you're going to have to move. It's just inevitable. If you have enough savings to move and you get Security Plus, shoot. You can get Security Plus in about 45 days with no experience. From start to finish, you can get it in about 45 days.
Yeah, how long did it take you to get your Security Plus, and from start to finish, you got your Security Plus and then got that first job offer?
So from Security Plus to my first job offer, it took me 8 days.
8 days?
8 days.
Hold on. So you got the Security Plus and then got your first job offer 8 days later.
8 days.
That's insane.
Crazy part is it was actually the Massachusetts one.
Oh yeah. Wow, the one that was paying $70K?
8 days. Because with Security Plus, it's not only the fact that I have Security Plus, it's the secret clearance. That's the reason they wanted me. They made it they asked the question a lot. You sure you have a clearance? Do you want to make sure you have a clearance? We have to call this. We're going to have somebody call you so we can verify that your clearance. And I was like, wow, it's like a degree without having the degree.
Right, exactly. It's very valuable, right? So, people, they don't believe it, but once you get this first role, you already had your clearance, you're just missing the Security Plus. But other people, they can get their Security Plus and find roles that sponsor clearances, and you'll see how valuable it is, right? So would you recommend the challenge to other people as well? How did you enjoy the challenge? So that's my 5-day 6-figure tech challenge. How'd you enjoy that?
I honestly, I can't put words on how much I enjoyed it. And as far as recommending it, everybody, whoever comes across me, I recommend it to them every single time. I said, listen, for sometimes it's the free one, right? The one that you just got to log on to.
Oh, you're talking about my workshop? No, this one is not free. I thought you were on the challenge too. It was 5 days. It was live workshops, live calls for 5 days. Did you not do the challenge?
Okay. Now I remember what you're talking about. Yeah. I said, listen, it don't matter. You may look at the price tag. Don't worry about the price tag. You got to worry about the investment. Because the price tag may seem like this much right now. Oh, this may be too much. But guess what happens in 6 months? That knowledge that you're going to get from that 5-day workshop will double or even triple itself if you apply the knowledge. I'm only 22. By next year, Lord's will, within the next 18 months, as long as I follow the blueprint, as long as I follow everything, not only through the Discord, but, from Beast's advice, I'll be making over six figures at 23 years old. And that's just if I stay in the States. That's not including if, because I've seen on her YouTube, on her Instagram, on her TikTok about people that she's interviewed that went overseas. Like that one guy who what was his name? I forgot, if I'm not mistaken. Do you mind saying it again? But that guy who worked at Best Buy, I think.
Yeah, David. Yep. Yeah, David. He worked at Best Buy. He was making $14 an hour. Then he got to going overseas and he was making $269,000 a year. Entry level cyber role. He had no cyber experience. He just had help desk experience.
As long as I stay the course, man, and just follow the experience to the T, and network, who knows what I could be at 23. Not my insurance not even going to drop yet. I'm gonna still have the same car, same price. My insurance not going to drop yet. My mother came from Jamaica as an immigrant to come here to give a better opportunity for me and my brothers. Mm-hmm. And who am I to not sit here and take this opportunity from the Lord himself to not sit here and bestow it and try to actually apply myself to the workforce?
Yeah. I mean, you got it all. You got it all planned out. Like I said, you just got to keep following the blueprint, and then you just decide if you want to go overseas or if you want to job hop.
You can't teach ambition, y'all. As easy as people make it seem, there's a lot of long nights, cries, sleepless nights where you sitting here studying. Oh, I can't understand it. There's going to be a lot of those nights. It's not going to be easy, but it's going to be worth it. It may not be easy, but it's going to be worth it.
And that's all that matters. That's literally all that matters.
Because I promise you, those tears going to wipe off when you get that first check.
That's what it's all about. Yeah, well, I'm so proud of you, man. Congrats to getting into GovTech, getting the Security Plus, and getting your first entry-level cybersecurity analyst role. So this is major. Thank you so much for coming out for this interview. I appreciate you, and I hope to see you at six figures within the next 18 months.